It's probably the Anunnaki.
If I learned anything about alien abduction documentaries on the History Channel, it's they suck out all of our and all of our eggs, and they're in the ship making babies with our juices, dude. They're nasty. Putting up our ass.
I think
It's a group of space perverts.
the Anunnaki's coming back, and they're going down to every pawn shop in America to get the gold.
The
back,
gold,
brother. They're getting the gold.
I'm Rick Harrison, and you're never gonna know what walks through that door.
And it's this giant 9-foot fucking golden. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And his head just explodes, and
Yeah.
Chumlee molts, and you find out
Yeah,
he's been an
dude.
alien the whole time.
Yeah. He's
And the
like,
granddad-
"Fucking Rick. Granddad died.
He's a
man.
worm, dude.
They brought him back from the dead. Let me tell you about the last few weeks of the year.
First show of 2025,
Yeah.
by the way.
And it is.
So God bless you.
God bless.
New America, new year.
God bless.
And, you know,
His boy's back in office, dude. He's excited.
we're counting down the days to January 20th, man. I'm going to hawk all my grandparents' jewelry, and I'm going to start selling, what do you call them? I'm going to start selling no-fault mortgages.
I'm going to start selling them MAGA flags out there by the
Dude,
interstate.
I wish
Dude,
I had got on the
Dude
MAGA
makes
flags.
a fucking ton of money.
So many dollars in the MAGA flag game, man.
I know you just itching for the 20th so you can get your Kid Rock CDs back out.
I'm just trying to get him back out the pawn shop, dude.
He's trying to
I
ball
pawned all my good
with
rock
the
albums.
ball.
It's time for him to become man rock. You know, it's been long
Yeah.
enough. He's not a kid anymore.
I think he could probably get by with Man Rock.
Yeah. Or Rockman. And he could be do like a superhero arc.
Yeah.
Where he wears like a cape and shit. He pretends to be
He
something
comes
else.
out and
he's
he's
not.
I'm the Rock Man, bitch.
I'm
Me and
the
John
Rock
Daly's
Man.
gonna go down here and drink 17 beers tonight. Go shoot golf.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my president.
My president's John
You ain't
Daly,
never
the
balled
golfer.
with the ball.
Let alone bang to bang diggy.
That was a pretty good Kid Rock, I think.
Yeah. My name is Kid.
Sick drum solo. Doom, 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 doom.
Round.
Yeah, he really peaked.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to talk about Kid Rock anymore. Let's get down to
Nah,
brass
you
tacks,
love
man.
this shit.
Terrorism is back, baby. Terrorism is back in 2025.
I know you's excited about them people getting hit by a truck. You
No,
said,
I
man,
hate
I
it,
can't
man.
wait to talk about this.
I hate it. I hate acts of violence on the innocent public. Here's the thing, man. He's not one of our guys. Luigi was our guy. This innocent bystander shit, we don't do that.
No, yeah.
We go after the prime suspect.
Yeah.
If that dude wanted to do terrorism, he should have done it against the government.
Mm.
Like Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah. Should have built the killdozer.
That wasn't him. But
I'm just saying he should have.
I heard that
Wasn't
guy
Timothy
actually
McVeigh
wasn't cool.
wasn't he the Oklahoma City bomber?
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
actually not cool. He was a racist, but
Who, Timmy?
yeah, Timothy McVeigh.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
inspired by like the Turner Diaries.
I
and
thought you
shit.
were talking about the bulldozer guy.
No, he was also not cool. Like the
Typically,
real story
these
about the
people are not
Killdozer guy
cool.
is that he basically was like a well-off asshole who kept trying to do projects that encroached on his neighbors' like property and shit like that.
Mm.
And when they wouldn't give him the permits to like build what he fucking wanted, he threw a fit and built a fucking bulldozer.
He sure
Like-
showed them.
Middle-aged guys do when they
Yeah.
get mad about
Yeah, if
something.
they don't build a man cave, they usually build a killdozer.
There's a guy here
Depends
in Madison
on really where you're at, you know.
right now losing his fucking mind because there's a really successful black family barbecue
Mm-hmm.
running right now, and he's like literally on the local pages every day posting like his shitty meat that he's smoking in his garage and talking shit about the family, like they're parking their big truck on Main Street stinking up the place with all the fucking greasy food.
Tag me in his comment next time. Let me talk shit.
I'll show you, dude. Shout out Tim Caudle, the most fucking annoying old man on planet fucking Earth, dude.
Yeah, he sounds evil. He sounds demonic.
He sounds like he's fucking doing incantations, bro.
He's trying to summon Baal with his shit.
I have been convinced that not so much like Ben Affleck and Tom Cruise and like Hollywood celebrities, but I've been convinced that the people on the phone, those celebrities are the ones eating the babies and doing incantations in the middle of Costco.
What do you mean on the phone?
The people on the phone, dude. The people in the phone, when you're scrolling the phone and they're in there doing their incantations, they're fucking doing their demon spells. Me and you used to summon Satan for real, dude. We'd get drunk on Philadelphia. Dude. We'd stomp on the ground. We'd light a bunch of candles.
That's how we got famous. We bargained for celebrity status, and we got local celebrity status.
Yeah, people forget there's local deities, and we fucked up. We just summoned the demon of Carroll County.
Yeah,
and he
said, "Y'all about to be famous in the tri-state."
He said, "I tell you what I'll do, man. Everyone in town will know your name." For being a heroin addict. That's what you call a Faustian bargain.
Yeah, you got a Faustian.
I got the Faustian raw end of the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I ain't paid my dues yet. I'm sure somebody will ruin my life at some point.
I'm not paying my taxes.
I owe like $250. I've yet to pay.
When I hit it big, the last motherfucker I want to talk to is the IRS, dude.
Damn, that's crazy.
Don't come asking.
They're probably going to put me in jail over it.
Listen, government, you didn't want me when I was broke. You don't deserve me when I'm rich, okay?
Yeah.
You wouldn't give me benefits.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to get my tax money.
I should probably pay my taxes tomorrow.
If you were legally could be a conscientious objector to the war during draft times, can I be a conscientious objector to the federal income tax, since that money goes to the military to drone like weddings? Well, I should be able to abstain.
I think that if
sovereign citizen time, dude.
If I was,
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not ruling my.
I am not operating my vehicle in commerce.
I think if I was to get drafted, I would go.
Go where? To the war?
Yeah, because I don't want to draft. I don't want to be
my ass.
I don't want to be a draft dodger like Donald Trump. Dude.
Fight your own wars.
I know that you look up to him and you'd want to cop out and say you got like bone spurs and shit. But
look, all I'm saying is,
I think I would go fight.
Draft dodging is cool. It's just a shame that rich people have such a much more easy time doing it than poor people did.
Yeah, Donald Trump, like Muhammad Ali.
Got away from military
service,
and then he got shit on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he was famous. It was easy for him to do it.
Yeah, but it wasn't as easy as, like, Donald Trump, it didn't even get mentioned at the time. He was fucking, like, paraded around the country and made to defend his position, and he had to literally change religions and change his name.
He had bone spurs.
That's not real.
God damn, dude. What was he supposed to do?
That's a myth. That's like
shave them down?
Havana syndrome. It's made up, dude. It's not a real
bone
thing.
Spurs are not real.
No, man. Show me a fucking bone spur.
Boy.
Pull one up, J-Mo.
Boy, you fucking...
I don't believe it.
I'm really getting him riled up
bone
tonight,
spurs.
Dude. Bone spurs are real.
Are a myth by the liberal media. Okay? I don't believe in none of that bullshit.
Did I tell you what? Where was I at the other night?
Big Pharma, dude.
Stop it! I was out somewhere. Costco. I was out at a restaurant. Oh, we went to Mi Viejo last week. I'd finally started filming back because I've been sick. I was going to talk about the last few weeks, fucking the year, and you got on a tangent about politics.
Oh, go ahead. No, talk about how you've been sick for 3 weeks. That'll sound.
They're gonna love that shit. I got a Faustian bargain for you, dude. No, we were at the Mi Viejo and they had ESPN.
God, if you give me a pack of cigarettes, I'll be sick for 3 weeks.
They had the ESPN Classics on. They were showing Ali Frazier won.
Hell yeah!
And
Dolly.
Ali was wearing the most badass Louisville themed shit. Nobody knew back when it aired because it was in black and white. But if you watch it colorized today,
he's black.
He's black. I didn't know. He's got like these white I think they were red trunks with the white stripe on them, and then his boots were white, and they had like these frayed red tassels. And I knew he did it, for Louisville, like obviously. But it was sick, dude.
I love that. I bet the gear, whatever he was wearing, was all vintage, dude. Yeah. People would pay high dollar for it on.
No, it was cool, dude.
TradeX.com. I used to have these sweet vintage Louisville ball shorts, dude, that were like up to fucking here. People were always trying to cop them, and somebody stole them eventually.
And that's what happens.
I found them in a bunch of old gym clothes at the high school, man. I was rifling through people's underwear.
You're what we call a gym class hero, dude. You would just rob everybody in the gym. You're like, a can of Axe, dude, chocolate flavor, taking that.
I'm throwing that in the fire.
iPod Shuffle.
Dude, I used to love going to the bonfire parties with my backpack full of Axe and then just stand next to the fire and toss
a can in there, dude, see what happens.
And they would blow up, and everybody be like, "What the fuck? Why'd you do that?" They would. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I love explosions.
No, and to reiterate your point, Trump's a pussy.
I'm tired.
And I wouldn't get drafted either, dude. I'm tired of all of it.
I'm tired of having to be educated.
They're crashing out, dude.
I'm ready to just go give into the algorithm and make having a beard and eating bacon my entire personality, dude. That's what I'm willing to do.
Are those people still around?
Are they happy?
Are they still around?
Yeah, they just voted Donald Trump into office. Yeah.
No,
that's
those
not
people.
Those people. Though, yes, it is.
The bacon-eating bearded people are not responsible for that.
Yes, they are. They're the
Your
same
great aunt
fucking people, dude. They're the same
Sally
class
that thinks they're
gonna
bomb the Dairy Queen in your hometowns would put Trump
yes,
back
bro.
in
And
office.
Just like she makes goddamn scrapbooking her entire personality.
Do you have a great aunt,
the same type of. Just we're talking about caricatures here.
Oh,
archetypes.
Okay. I didn't want to.
It's the same type of people. It's like making, the America, freedom, man show, titties, bacon, everything. That type of dude. Beards, Duck Dynasty.
Missed the man show.
Morgan Wallen.
You fucking love Morgan Wallen, dude.
That's your shit. You on the way up there,
throwing
you said Tom
fucking
McDonald,
tables off of fucking buildings, bro.
What's his name?
You love Tom McDonald.
You said Tom McDonald, fucking
Fellatio Blow, and fucking
Adam Calhoun.
Oh, dude, you got
Church the
he
redneck.
Has the sickest fucking. He's got a T-shirt,
Trapped.
dude.
He
got him a long sleeve tee the other day, and it's got all of Ryan Upchurch's tattoos on it. And it says Creeker on the throat part.
He got him a Morgan Wallen shirt that says, "I'm not racist, but," and then you turn it around and it's just a KKK hood.
No, I think Morgan Wallen's next shirt should say, "I'm not racist, but," and on the back, just got his tour dates. That's the name of the tour, man.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, well, that would be a good name for his tour, man.
Hell yeah.
That is the music that I would imagine is playing during, like, actual gay sex sessions.
I seen one of them hot edits on them reels on Instagram, and it was
an erotic edit.
It was him throwing that shit off that balcony.
Oh,
and,
like,
pictures and shit of it. And it
had
that
played that.
Nah, it was playing that Last Night We Let the Liquor Talk, dude. And it was funny because, that is typically what you would do when you let the liquor talk. You would start vandalizing shit, bro.
We had like 4 good years, man. Not the Biden years. I'm not even saying that the Obama years were good.
I'm sure out of the 33 I've been on the planet, I could probably pick out 4 good.
There's like a few years there where people that were dumb knew they were dumb, and now they're pretending they aren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they really like to get on there and just pretend like their opinion has this
weight,
this validity to it,
Yeah. Well, dude, we fucked up. I don't know where people got the idea that all opinions are valid.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Yeah.
Like your opinion.
So let me break down the basic gestalt to you real quick, and then they'll proceed to go on a tangent about how I shouldn't get vaccinated
And the fog is fake. You see the new one, man?
Yeah, the fog's
The
not
fog
real.
is fake.
The
fog
birds aren't real.
From the
blah,
chemtrails.
Blah, blah. The aliens are here. We've got the drones.
Could it possibly be, hear me out, could all the drone sightings around Christmas time possibly due to the cheap supply of drones you can buy on Amazon?
Yeah, I just thought a bunch of kids probably got drones for Christmas. So they got an early present.
You call me when a UFO lands on the White House lawn at this point. That's when I'll fucking get interested.
And here's my thing too. Everybody always they get on the socials and they'll leave them comments. They're like, "Yeah, man, Project Bluebeam, dude, they're going to make us think it's an alien invasion, or it's really going to be the rapture and Jesus is going to take everybody and they're going to say it was alien abductions." And it's like, I've seen the kind of shit you all posted the last 8 years. You guys aren't going to believe any of that's real.
I'm still waiting on
if they had Project Bluebeam happen tomorrow.
The last 2 eclipses were supposed to have a rapture.
Yeah, and something crazy happened. I woke up and there was giant dragons in the sky or this alien war. None of those people would believe it's real. They would all deny it, even if it was real. Even if the mothership landed tomorrow and was just vaporizing people like Mars Attack style.
I think
nobody would believe it. They would not. They would be like, "Oh man,
like
it's fake."
The rapture, but it's really aliens harvesting us. It's harvest time. They're coming.
It's probably the Anunnaki.
If I learned anything about alien abduction documentaries on the History Channel, it's they suck out all of our cum and all of our eggs, and they're in the ship making fuck babies with our juices, dude. They're nasty. Putting shit up our asses.
I think
it's a group of space perverts.
The Anunnaki's coming back, and they're going down to every pawn shop in America to get the gold.
The
back,
gold,
bro.
dude.
They're getting the gold.
I'm Rick Harrison, and you're never gonna know what walks through that door.
And it's this giant 9-foot fucking golden. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And his head just explodes, and Chum-Lee molts, and you find out he's been an alien the whole time.
Yeah. He's
and the granddad,
Rick. Granddad died.
He's a worm, dude.
They brought him back from the dead.
We are here to pawn.
We're here to pawn.
I walked in there, man, one time, and I was surprised. You know,
this is my hoss and my big neff, son. And you never know what kind of grandpa is going to walk in this door.
History Channel did a great job of tricking us into believing that pawn shops were cool and interesting and full of history. And I
was never fooled because I went to enough pawn shops growing up to buy cool shit that I knew they'd.
I've sold enough jewelry at Little John's on fucking Broadway.
And I used to miss going in a pawn shop at the Myrtle Beach.
Oh, dude, with a pocket full of stolen coins.
With a crisp 50. And I'd get a Game Boy, some games for the ride home. You know,
get a couple phone chargers, a loose hammer.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, a fish bowl for some reason.
Yeah, just man. Shit you'd need.
I love a pawn shop,
shit you
dude.
Need in your
I love
house,
going
dude.
in the pawn shop.
A trophy you didn't win.
With like
that's my favorite thing when I see a trophy I didn't win at the pawn shop.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it's not like an NBA championship, dude. It's like a fucking.
I love
it's
going
like a tennis
in there with
tournament
like
from a fucking
priceless Fabergé egg and being offered like $20.
Mm-hmm.
I love that kind of shit. Dude.
Yeah,
pawn shops rule.
You get a nice crochet knit fucking blanket that smells like Marlboros.
Oh yeah, dude.
And you know that somebody's grandma made that.
You can get like a used CPAP
and I like
machine.
That. Yeah, that smells like Marlboro.
Yeah, man. You can get a bunch of old like Marlboro gear from when they had Marlboro Miles.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the next like vintage hit. Is like Marlboro Miles gear.
Well, you know, I think vapes really fucked up when they didn't start doing that. Imagine all the cool shit you guys would have if they would offer.
I don't think they're allowed to offer like incentives to buy like alcohol or tobacco products.
Brother, I can walk 2 blocks and go buy fucking weed here. There's a loophole to everything.
I mean, yeah, but Kentucky shut down the vapes, man.
They did, dude. They did.
That's the one thing I'm gonna disagree with them on that. Yeah, it's just because they want to bring the tobacco money back, and the only ones that are FDA approved anymore are all owned by the tobacco company.
Well, here's my hot take for you. Here's my conspiracy theory. If you want to get big tobacco back, if you want to really make America great again, nobody smokes anymore because you can't smoke anywhere. People quit smoking when you couldn't smoke in restaurants anymore. You can't go in places to smoke. It's not easily accessible to smoke. Yeah. That's why a lot of people like to vape. Now, granted, the flavors and shit obviously are appealing. You can't really vape
anywhere anymore.
No, but it's easier for you to just sneak it.
Yeah.
You can sneak it. I can't just light up a fucking cigarette in a restaurant like you can hit a vape. It's the convenience. And I think that a lot of people went with that. Not necessarily because I think it's safer, but because it's more convenient. You don't smell like a cigarette. All those things. So if you outlawing the vapes is not going to bring big tobacco back.
No, it's not coming back, man. It's got to be something new, right? Like cigarettes are out. They're not really going to come back, man. Not in the same way. You can't market like you used to. You're never going to be able to play that trick.
Dude, and they shouldn't.
Zyn and shit is huge.
They shouldn't bring. But that's not tobacco, though.
No, but, these companies got to pivot.
No, but yeah, I mean, they'll have their stake in it, and they'll make their money. But
the people who are still... There's always going to be a group
bad,
of smokers,
dude. I wish I would have never started smoking, man.
I'm glad I quit.
I don't like that it's...
Quit,
I don't like that it's like... I don't like that that's for me, like people see me and that's like they think
Mr. Ultralights.
Yeah, I mean it's like a personality, it's like a trait, it's like it's a signature, it's like a gimmick. People see me and they see me with a cigarette. I don't like that.
I used to always be the roll my own cigarette guy.
And one day I'll quit. I'll quit when I'm ready though. You can't quit until you're ready.
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna keep starting back.
I was ready, dude. I was ready. I hate going out. I didn't want one more winter of going out to smoke.
It sucks,
shit,
buddy.
Man.
It sucks.
And the cigarettes aren't even enjoyable with that cold air coming through them, dude. They taste like shit.
Somebody smoking a cigarette in somebody's home, that's a good feeling.
It does hit, man. But now, oh man, it's so obvious, being in a building that allows smoking still.
Yeah.
Like you could smell it in Shell. Yeah. You can smell, you know what I mean? It's not bad. The places that allow it do ventilate really well, like the Vegas fucking casinos, for instance. It doesn't really smell like cigarettes in there, unless you're right at a table with a bunch of other smokers.
And that was my favorite part.
Super ventilated. I think they pump fucking cologne or something into the air. Probably Abercrombie.
Probably Eternity.
Well, I remember it being a thing in high school. Somebody would have a job at the Abercrombie store, and they'd be like, one of the jobs there is just to go around and spray perfume on the clothes and in the vents, once an hour, just so there's a constant smell of our cologne and shit in the air.
It's genius marketing.
Yeah. But you don't really hear about Abercrombie too much anymore. All those giant brands that were mall staples back in the day that had their own stores, Aeropostale, American Eagle.
I still wear their jeans.
Hollister.
These are American Eagles I got on.
Way cheaper now.
Yeah.
Used to be fucking.
Mm-hmm. I like Hollister jeans. A lot of my jeans I wear now are Hollister too. These are American Eagle though, and they're comfy.
I buy all
I'm never gonna stop wearing
now.
fucking black jeans, man. Everybody can eat me, dude.
I stopped wearing jeans, period. I don't really wear denim anymore.
He don't wear fucking jeans.
They wear out
he don't
too quick,
wear
man.
Fucking underwear, dude.
They just wear out too. I know jeans are supposed to be tougher, but they tear.
I don't
too
think
easy.
they are anymore.
No.
I think they're like American cars.
They rip too easily. These just have a little bit more give to them when you need it. So I'll wear slacks and chinos. These came from the Gap. These are the most comfortable and best fitting ones I have, but I don't like wearing them because fuzz sticks to them really easily.
Yeah.
I hate when I have fuzz on my black.
You need to get you a lint roller.
Oh yeah, the lint liquor.
You're gonna love that.
I've had numerous, but with cats. You go through lint brushes a lot, dude. You don't even know you're covered in cat hair. And then you start taking the lint brush. Next thing you know, you've gone through 15 sheets on the sumbitch.
Yeah.
And it didn't even get the fuzz balls off yet,
I went to Went to that Bengals game, man. That was exciting.
50-yard line?
Yeah. Yeah, I got my boy Tim is he's a Broncos guy. He loves Denver. He said, "Hey man, Broncos are playing the Bengals. I'm gonna get the tickets." I said, "We'll get the tickets, let me know." So he got me, him, and our boy Dylan tickets. And at the time, Cincinnati was ass. Denver wasn't great. So he got them relatively cheap. And we were on the 45-yard line, second row. We were right behind the Denver bench. And all of a sudden, Cincinnati won a couple games. And it became, it had some playoff implications. That place was loud. God damn, it was loud. Game goes into overtime. Cincinnati missed a field goal. Denver got the ball back and then lost it. Cincinnati comes back and scores a touchdown to win in overtime. Place went nuts. It was crazy. It was one of the best games I've ever been to.
Where was I when that game was going on?
Crazy.
I was out and about somewhere. I was at the in-laws. I was at my mother-in-law's.
Yeah, it was amazing, dude. Definitely one of the best games I've ever been to. Crazy to see it in person.
Overtime, didn't it?
Yeah, overtime. Yeah. They just, almost the entire overtime. I think it was like there was like 2 minutes left in overtime, something like that. So I thought that Denver would go for 2 and win it when they tied it up, and they did not. They took it to overtime and they said fuck it. Or I think Cincinnati got the ball and missed the field goal maybe or something. Yeah, it was a banger. It was a great game.
Would they lose by 1 or 2?
Who?
Denver. They lose by a whole
6.
touchdown.
Yeah, whole touchdown. Higgins, man, side of the end zone, got a tutty. 3 touchdowns on the day. It was crazy. He had a hell of a game.
My brother won a bet that night. I tried to have him put the Bengals game on there. He didn't put the Bengals on at all. Didn't bet that game at all.
Yeah, he's really been gone for so long he doesn't realize the Bengals are good anymore.
He watches. Right. He just didn't. He thought that the Broncos were going to win. And they could have.
Dude, for good reasoning. They should have. And for all intents and purposes, Denver should have won that game, man.
He don't like... I like betting on the close ones because your odds are better. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's good to bet, like, if the given spread is like -1, sound like a football game. I'd rather bet that with those odds than bet one that's like -6.
Man, you really should have fucking bet on the Texas-Arizona State game yesterday.
I think he did. I think he won some money.
That was
a
fucking insane one. I worked.
He had a few big parlays yesterday.
I worked 5-2 yesterday, mostly because I wanted to watch the game. That was the main reason I was so apt to do it. It started at 1:00, but I got home, I watched it, and no, I'm good. They go to I think Texas was up like 24 to fucking 8 or some shit. Like something crazy. And Arizona ended up coming back, tied it up 24-24. So now I'm really I like Texas. So I'm like fucking crashing out. I'm like, oh man, Texas is going to fuck this up. So they go to overtime. Texas defends first. Arizona scores a touchdown. Texas gets the ball. Now they missed a chip shot fucking field goal. It was like they planned it perfect, like down the field. Everything was great. 2 seconds to go, Texas calls a timeout. The fucking kicker misses the kick, and he goes right to the right with the 2 seconds to go, and then they go into overtime. Arizona scores. Texas gets the ball back. They're down to 4th and 13, dude, in the overtime. It's like the last play. Like, this is it. Fucking dude drops a dime in the back of the fucking end zone, dude. Touchdown. They tie it up again. And, of course, in college football overtime, if you score a touchdown, I get the ball. If I score a touchdown, I get the ball back again. Like, they don't alternate. So college football doesn't have a timer. They don't have a quarter timer at the end of in overtime. So there's no time. Only time's the play clock. They start you at the 30-yard line. There's no field goals. You have to score a touchdown and kick the point after. Then and vice versa. Now, if I come back and I score on my turn, I get the ball back again. And if you score, now we have to start doing 2-point conversions. Like, it's insane. Like, it's high fucking stakes, dude. It's very fucking, it's very intense. But anyways, Texas scored. They got the ball back literally on the first play, scored a second touchdown, and then went for 2 and got that.
And then
it didn't. Arizona got a chance, and they threw it. But they would have had to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. See what I'm saying?
Sounds like you got to catch the snitch to end the game.
Pretty
Sounds
much,
like
yeah. You have to outscore the other team.
But
they ended up threw a pick, and that was the game. So I think now Thursday will be Penn State versus Notre Dame, and then Friday will be Texas versus Ohio State. We're down to 4 teams, so it's been great. College football has
Georgia
been.
Game was pretty good. I heard.
Yeah. And then Notre Dame pulled away, dude, and that was it. They couldn't catch back. I think they won like 23-10 or some shit.
That was one that I tried to have them take
Georgia
too because they only had them
win, man.
MGM had them at -1.
Right.
I was like, you ought to take that.
Well, since they moved Texas to the SEC this year, Texas lost to Georgia in the regular season, and then they lost to them in the SEC championship game. So that's their only 2 losses. So I was like, in my mind, I was hoping they would make it. We'd get Texas, Georgia 3 for the Natty, and then Georgia fucked up and choked the goddamn Notre Dame.
Online gambling has opened my eyes to schools and teams and divisions
dude,
I didn't even know existed.
Dude, it's insane. And
I was looking at one that was
like
the fucking Alaskan Airways Ambrosia Bowl or some shit like that.
Dude.
And it was like fucking
the
John
Wasabi
Wick
Fenway
Academy
fucking bowl, dude, and shit. Yeah, dude.
It was literally teams
crazy.
you've never heard of, like the fucking South New Brunswick Devil Dogs and the fucking
Well, before, man, like they would do, every year, like when they would do the national championship game, that was the Rose Bowl. Now that they've added the 12 teams in, what they do is like each round of the playoffs now is one of the bowl games. So like when Texas played Arizona yesterday, that was the Peach Bowl. And then now next week they'll play Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. So like they took all the big bowl games from that's always been, and like they're all
the Military Bowl.
That's all the bowl games are in the playoffs now.
There's all the Christian schools have a bowl.
Yeah, everybody's got a bowl.
Isn't it crazy that the Mormons started letting black kids on the team and out of nowhere they're an irrelevant school sports wise, and out of nowhere BYU has a pretty good football and basketball.
Dude, BYU had a fucking killer season, dude. They really
good football and pretty good basketball, dude.
Well, yeah, it's been great.
But who were they? Until I started seeing their commercials on TV, I'd never even heard of that school.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about BYU.
You know what I mean? But that's like
I got that fucking college football video game, dude, and it's got like 100 fucking teams on it.
I had NCAA football like 2013.
Yeah, the 14, that was the last 14, one they made. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's just like it. I mean, obviously the graphics and the gameplay and shit's a lot better. It's 10 years later, but that it's so much fun. Like I have more fun playing it than I do Madden.
The players get money off that game?
Yep, everybody's got their name, like their jerseys aren't like QB number 1 and shit now. Like it's Arch Manning, and like everybody's like in the.
That's pretty cool.
That dude's a fucking hustler. Let me tell you what he did, dude. So the deal was
the lineage.
Yeah, it's Peyton and Eli's nephew. He's the backup quarterback at Texas.
Well, I'll tell you this, dude. I've heard people saying the name Bronny the last couple of years, and I just assumed it was a new nickname for LeBron. I didn't know
it's
he
his
had
boy.
A kid
Yeah, it's
Isn't
his
it
kid.
crazy that he's not like good? I mean, he's like good.
Oh
enough
yeah,
to
he's
be
good
in the
enough.
NBA,
Yeah, but yeah.
Isn't it crazy that he's not like an all-star?
That's got to be a lot of. Well, he's young too, man. He'll probably come into it. He'll probably.
Nah, you don't. You're either immediately a prodigy or you're just
not.
like...
Yeah. I think.
But to be good enough to be
I think
in the
Deion
NBA
Sanders'
still.
son's going to be all right.
Sure.
Yeah. I think he's going to be all right. But no, let me tell you what fucking Arch did.
Oh, yeah.
So,
cool name, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds like a villain.
Yeah, Arch Manning's he's the backup quarterback at Texas. He's set for 2 years. And then their quarterback now, Quinn Ewers, he's probably going to go to the NFL.
He's got 10 years?
No, Quinn Ewers, that's his name, dude. He's probably going to go to the NFL or transfer out. But Arch is going to take over next year. And last year when they announced the game, NIL stands for name, image, and likeness.
Okay.
So that's how they pay the kids now to play for their schools. So when they decided to make the video game, the deal was if you opt in to be in the video game, you get $600 and a free copy of the game, and you're in the game. That was the deal. Which honestly, if you're a college kid, especially if you're playing at if obviously they're all D1 schools, but if you're playing at Louisville, you're playing at Kentucky, you're playing like Western Kentucky University, like
you get to be
Ohio,
cemented in the game.
Not Ohio State, but Ohio, like fucking the green Ohio with the cougar on the logo.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing at
Ohio University,
you get to fucking be in the video game. For a lot of kids, that was enough. $600 fucking dollars, and I get to be in a video game. That's cool. So when they drop the game, or when they drop the trailer for it, and they're making the game, Arch Manning's not in it. He opts out. He says, I'm not going to be in it. I'm focused on football. I don't care about video games. I'm not in it. So he sits out. And I thought that was odd. So that's weird. So like a week before the game drops, they release a commercial. And it's Eli Manning. And he's playing the game. And he's playing against Arch in his dorm room. And it shows Arch in the commercial. Keep in mind, this is a second string fucking quarterback. He's not even starting. He's a Manning. So he's playing whatever, he beats him, and he says, I'm in the game. And he's like, you're in the game, dude. He's like, no, for real. Like, he's like, yeah. He's like, no, for real, like, I'm in the game. And he was like, yeah, I know, man. Like, you're playing, you're in the game. He's like, no. I'm in the game. It was great. It was a fun commercial. So they announce he's going to be in the game, whatever.
Show out, dude. Fun commercial. I don't want to hear that come out of your mouth again.
It was cool. It was fun. It was a funny bit. I like Eli.
Spot.
Yeah, Eli. It was a good commercial. Eli's funny. So I'm like, all right, Arch is in the game, whatever. So I thought that was odd though that like on a flip, he did that.
Probably got mad,
dude.
Offer for it.
Dude. So not only does he not take the $600 and the free copy of the game, he holds out. He holds out for so long. The EA says, hey, we're gonna put you in the game. And give you a free copy of the game. That's important. We're going to make a whole ass fucking commercial and pay you off the commercial. So by the time he was done, his $600 went to like fucking $30,000 for the whole fucking, the whole thing. So he's definitely got.
Did they all get some kind of royalty deal or anything?
I don't think
maybe a DLC deal. Like
I don't think that they get anything else other than what they got. I think that was it. Was the $600 in the
I mean, that's a hard one to, because that game, if that game comes back year after year, you know what I mean? Like, how long?
I would assume if it comes back year after year, they'll probably just. I mean, the $600 and a free copy of the game realistically is probably a pretty good deal, because even though they're making a great amount of money off the $60 game. You have to think of all the fucking kids.
Can't be that many.
It is, though.
Couple thousand.
But, I mean, it's everybody. I don't care if you're the third string punter. You're in the game, and you're getting that money. That shit adds up. And
they make a lot.
And they update it, though. So, like, every week, like, if somebody else got pulled up off the practice squad or whatever, they're in the game.
You know it's going to have DLC.
No, yeah.
So why not do some kind of, like, player unique DLC, and then the players, can get an incentive based off that.
And I'm not saying that it's a good deal. I'm not saying that. I know they're making fucking millions. It's not a great deal
for starting out, bringing the game back, paying players, having actual players.
Given time, they'll probably make more fucking. I mean, dude, the NIL is gonna really fucking.
Well, dude, they would have to all come. They can't do player deals like that. The only way they would all get more money is if they all came together, because it's always going to be like, okay, we'll pay the top dogs that people are going to beg us to put in the game anyway. Right. We'll pay them to be in the game, but these third string.
I wonder what happens when we get to the point where they have to do a collective bargaining deal in college, like they did with the NFL.
That's what I mean. Like, if they don't go collective,
because it's only going to get worse. And I'm not saying I'm anti kids getting paid. I think it's great. Yeah. I don't think these schools should be making the millions and putting out fucking jerseys and T-shirts and shit with everybody's likeness.
You know how much UK made off Anthony Davis jerseys?
Oh,
man?
yeah,
it was obscene, and he didn't get a dime off that.
Not a dime, dude. Yes.
I mean,
DeMarcus Cousins went off on a show not long ago about that. And it's great.
Sense,
Johnny Manziel, when he was playing at Texas A&M, he's like, I walk in the school fucking shop, and there's all these number 2 jerseys with my fucking name on it. I don't make nothing off that, you know. Yeah. Like, it's great that the kids get paid. I'm not against it 100%. I just really think they really need to watch how it plays out. Well, it's only going to get fucking worse.
They can't expect, especially being like a third-string fucking lineman or something, to get rich off a video game playing sports in college.
No.
But, you know, if you do well, there should be like a mechanism in there to make more money. But then again, the ones that are doing well are selling jerseys. Yeah. They're selling memorabilia. They're getting money.
Some of these kids aren't going to go to the NFL, dude.
Most of them.
Some of these kids now are going to get...
99% don't go to pro.
No, but I mean, like, even the ones that are good enough that are going to go, they have options now.
Yeah.
You could opt out and stay in college. Like, a school could offer you $3 million to stay.
Yeah.
That's more money than you're going to make on a rookie contract.
Not only that, but some of these people...
Especially if you're not that good. Like, if you're not... I mean, you don't know.
Some of these kids that aren't planning on going to the NBA or NFL, they're able to make a little money while they, you know, do well at sports at the school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe pay some of their way through school and then still get their degree and go on to whatever their career is going to be outside of sports. You know, it creates a lot more options because even though a lot of athletes get free rides to school, first of all, there's not that many professional avenues for sports outside of, obviously, the main ones. And you subtract your big sports like baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and you talk about collegiate. I mean, there's thousands of collegiate swimmers and track runners. And unless you're going to the Olympics, and that's not a career either. The U.S. doesn't pay their Olympic winners that much. Outside endorsement deals, you can make a lot doing that. You know, like Michael Phelps is probably still well off all his endorsements he made money on. Yeah, still smoking tweed, eating Big Macs.
He rules, dude.
But, you know, now they have an avenue where if they do well, they can make a little money while they're in school, still get their degree, and go on to do whatever they were going to do. I think it's good, man. I think it's a good thing. Yeah. And they should be allowed to have sex with prostitutes.
Yeah, I still don't understand why that was a big deal.
And U of L should get their...
And they should.
Championship back.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Plenty of other schools have had all kinds of other scandals and shit that the coaches and athletes were up to, and they did not have championships taken away. That dude in Ohio that was molesting all of them, what was his name, Sandusky?
That was at Penn State, in Pennsylvania.
Penn State. Did they get all their
Joe
shit
Pa,
taken away?
Man, Paterno. I don't think they did, man. I think they took Joe Paterno's statue away.
What about that Olympic gymnast coach that was diddling all the gymnasts? Did they all get their medals taken away?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Give it back, NCAA. Yeah. That's an official this place sucks stance. Our battery might die. See, when we did that episode with Maul, I left my plug-in battery up there. Have yet to go up and grab it back, so we're running on a regular battery. I charged it as much as I could. It's flashing, so... If it dies, it dies.
If it dies, it dies. But yeah, absolutely. I'm not even a Louisville fan. I mean, I am to an extent, like, because they're in Kentucky. Like, if they won, I'm not going to be mad.
if UK's out of the game.
Yeah, I'm cool with
I'm the same way.
I don't hate it.
Out, I like UK.
But yeah, I don't think they should have lost their championship over that.
Yeah, and U of L really did everything they could to pin it all on Pitino.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know
they wanted that scapegoat.
They fucked him. Mm-hmm. The NCAA fucked U of L, so they fucked Pitino. And if he ends up coaching at UK again, they can't be mad at him.
No.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see another season.
I thought he was going to come before they signed Mark Pope, honestly. But he's pretty happy at St. John's, and he still comes and hangs out at Kentucky now.
Yeah, but I'd love to see him with a championship team one more time.
It would be cool. That would have been sick as fuck to see Patino back at Kentucky, dude.
And they've got a good squad right now.
Yeah,
man.
dude, I would have done anything for that, bro.
This team they have now under Patino, I think could be a fucking
hell yeah, dude.
Team, man.
I really think Mark Pope's he's got his shit.
He's good.
He's good. I wasn't never a fan of Calipari. Like I love Kentucky basketball. Don't get me wrong. Like I know
those
it's weird.
Were the shit years.
Yeah, but I mean I know it's like
the stale years.
It's weird because I really do enjoy Texas when
and
it comes
I don't
to football.
think he was necessarily a bad coach.
He wasn't. But that 2012 when they won it was good. But like the problem with Calipari was he had so much talent year in and year out and never got it done. And he never changed his coaching. He never changed his play calling. People knew. So then now, like the last year he was there, they kicked out the first fucking round of the tournament. Like Kentucky fans ain't gonna do that. Dude. Yeah, they're not gonna fucking. They ain't gonna stand for that.
They're too.
But Mark Pope seems cool. Seems like a cool dude. Players seem to like him. The kids are playing for him, and all the kids on the team are like, some of them are like 24, 25 year old, like dudes. Like they've been around, like they've transferred out and shit. And they're just, now that the transfer portal's a thing, like anybody can go jump anywhere they want.
It's not bad, man.
No, it's not, dude. I don't like the one and done shit either. Like I didn't like that Calipari did that. Yeah, like every year it's a new crop of freshman kids. They're all 17, 18-year-old kids. The experience isn't there.
They wouldn't have one and done if they won. If they got to the Final Four or something.
Yeah.
He didn't switch them if they didn't win anything.
No, yeah.
But still, it's like honestly, you're kind of fucking yourself in many ways, like taking your championship team and say, you guys don't get to play anymore.
I mean, honestly, he had a lot of, I will say he had a lot of talent and he should have won more.
Too cocky.
But I will also say that if he doesn't have Anthony Davis in 2012, they don't win that.
Oh, yeah.
There's no fucking way. No way ever that they would have won that.
Not only do you got to have a great coach and a great team, but that you have the all-star factor as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think without that, I mean, they could have potentially lost to U of L in the Final Four that year.
But I look at U of
L had a fucking all-star team that year.
Look at U of L's team in 13 when they won. That's the difference between Pitino and Calipari. Pitino had a team of really solid guys, and he was a great coach in 2013 when Gorgie Dang was there and Peyton Sieve and all those dudes. They didn't go on to become big superstars in the NBA.
No.
They didn't even play anymore.
But they were phenomenal.
But Calipari had
those 2 or 3 years.
Good player in Anthony Davis and just let him do whatever. He runs the shit. He won them that championship. And Calipari coasted on that.
And he said, son, if you shave your eyebrow, I'll kill you.
Yeah. We got to sell T-shirts, pal, in the parking lot.
And I still see Davis jerseys, man.
Oh yeah, he's
NBA
huge, dude.
now,
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah, he's a big fucking deal. But if he wouldn't have been there, Calipari doesn't win a fucking title that year, dude.
That was the one that I remember getting to see and being like, oh yeah, this is what it looks like when you got a college guy that you know is going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch, well, first of all, you didn't get to see that much after LeBron.
Right,
didn't they make in the early 2000s where you had to at least have a year of college?
Yeah, you got to play. Yeah, they changed. It's the LeBron rule. He was the last one to do it. I'm pretty sure.
So fucking, you didn't really get to see that up until
that first year when he was there. I think in 2009 when DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall was there, like that was pretty cool seeing them go on and have NBA careers. I followed it just because they played. Kentucky,
awesome,
but yeah, when AD come in, I was like, holy fuck, this dude's like, he's gonna be fucking good. And here we are, dude. 10 years later, and he's still fucking
white dude. What was his name? Luke Holland. That U of L had those years.
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
I thought he could have.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, dude.
He was real fucking solid and tall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But he wasn't lanky. He had good ball control. Good set of balls on him.
He did.
Hear me out, dude. Truck nuts. You familiar with truck nuts?
Yeah.
Big hanging nuts. A lot of people put on their truck. You see them a lot down here. Butt plug. A lot of people have the butt plug with the tail or something coming out. What about a butt plug with truck nuts coming out? So it just looks like nuts are hanging out of your ass. The dick's in there. And you either call them butt nuts or truck plug.
Truck plug.
Yeah.
A truck plug.
And you could put that in somebody's tailpipe as a funny joke.
And you could.
Big
I like when people put the fleshlights in there, dude.
Oh, that gets crazy.
And they make them wild.
You remember the Whistler pipe attachments people had back in the day? That is cooler than that.
I think people should bring back wild horns.
I want to hear
the
hydraulic system.
I want to hear the fucking La Cucaracha I want to hear the Dixie horn.
Could you
I want to hear
imagine
the
like
fucking. I want the horns to come back.
A Cybertruck with a lift, like a hydraulic lift kit, doing it.
That would be neat. Yeah,
And
hydraulics and
full
wild
horn.
horns need to come back.
I like I'm gonna be honest, the La Cucaracha horn, badass, man.
La
Whoever
Cucaracha-
thought of that?
The Cucaracha horn's badass. The boat horn rules too.
In a lot of these new electric cars, you can download different horn effects.
Yeah, that would
shit.
be cool.
In what is it? The new electric Ford something or other, or it might even be the Rivian or something. There's different fake motor effects. You know what I mean?
They get the electric Charger has that.
Yeah, that's what it might be, the Charger I'm thinking of. But you can have like regular sounds like a car. You can have it sound like a jet.
Yeah.
And you can have it like sounds like it's because the electric doesn't have gears, obviously.
Yeah.
The electric motor. But it'll have like the shift down like sounds. It'll make it sound like you got like a fucking turbo and shit. Like it'll go.
That's pretty neat, dude.
Yeah, dude. Pretty sick.
I like that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, if you're going to go electric. I don't know, man. They're taking away the EV tax credit this coming year. The car market's going to get weird, man, because all the big automakers put a bunch of money into electric vehicles. And the incentive for buyers isn't going to be there, but it's still, all the shit aside, right? Like, even the fact that they're still running on coal and the mining is bad for them and yada, yada, yada. They're still cool. Yeah. Even though Tesla sucks as a company, like, an electric car that goes fast, that can go 400 and something, 500 and something miles on a charge, with all kinds of gizmos inside, is cool.
Yeah,
I'm
mad about it.
The Chinese one, man.
Yeah.
The Chinese, they got a Tesla type car over there. One of their, I think it's like Yijing or some fucking tech company. Looks a lot like Tesla. They come in all sorts of different, like, sweet colors, though. They're supposed to be way more reliable, way, like, better put together and safe and shit. $30,000 U.S. equivalent in China. You can get them just about anywhere but the U.S. for a reasonable price, but since we have a 100% import on Chinese-made vehicles, with all the documentation and taxes and import fees and everything, that $30,000 like $100,000.
Damn.
Otherwise, I would want one because they're pretty.
What if you bought it in Canada and drove across the border?
I think it's cheaper. The cheaper way is to buy it in Mexico and drive it over the border. But apparently, there's some kind of fees to register it over here still, because as soon as they see that it's Chinese, you're going to end up having to pay those fees or something when you go to register it. So people get them over here, and they'll pay that shit, like richer people, even though they could buy a $50,000 Tesla and have the same fucking car. But they're neat. I'd do an electric.
Yeah, I would too.
The electric Challenger, though, that's what I'd want to do. Those are sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, that's got to be, of all the electric cars they've made so far,
it is the coolest.
It's got to be. If it runs at all like a real Challenger, I had that little rental Charger for a while. That thing was fun as fuck. And those things are like $35,000 starting out.
Yeah,
the
you
Chargers.
Can't beat that, dude.
That's fun. That was more fun to drive than like other little cheaper quick cars I've driven, like a SRT and like a souped up Civic and shit. Fun as fuck, but the power and weight of the American muscle car, dude.
I know all about it, baby.
Well, you've had nothing but a Stang for your entire fucking driving career.
Yeah.
And your car drives nice. I drove your car, I don't know, like around the wedding time. I drove it.
It is. They're nice. I wouldn't mind.
The new Civics are nice.
I did look at a Challenger before I bought that one. I almost switched it up.
You're gonna keep the 2-seat action, huh?
Yeah, I don't have
you
kids
got a death
or anything,
wish.
so. And I'm death proof, baby.
You ought to get those seats in your Stang, dude.
What?
The fucking bucket seats.
The bucket seats,
and just have your passenger seat like
just
never in there.
Yeah, just you put it at the stool thing down on the pole. I looked at a Challenger. I'm not opposed to getting one at some point, but
and I'm not opposed to like
I liked them,
nice
dude.
Civic.
I liked it,
or even a
Civics.
Lexus.
Yeah,
or
I test drove a Mazda.
Mazdas are nice.
Yeah,
but if I'm gonna get like a quick, I think I would go American muscle. Now, if I was like money And I was like the type of person that had a car that I would just take out on nice summer days to speed. I'd get one of those new mid-engine Corvettes.
I'm not a big fan of the Camaros. I just don't like their body style. But they are nice.
I like the older ones.
I got a bunch of shit I got to do to my car. I got to fix the bumper and shit. It's all fucked.
You've had some issues.
Well, I hit a deer.
Yeah, and those cars sit low.
And
man.
I didn't get it fixed.
When did you hit a deer?
A while back. It was like I hadn't had the car long.
We're only going to go about 5 more minutes because we didn't start up in the beginning.
Unless
the camera dies.
Anyways, I had hit a deer, and then I was at my cousin's house
But when did you hit the deer? A couple weeks ago you hit
No, hit the deer a long time ago. I never got it fixed. Had a piece that was like hanging down off the bumper, and I was at my cousin's house. I was leaving, and his driveway down by the creek down from his house, like I bottomed out, and my bumper hit.
Sits low.
And it cracked the bumper. Now, granted, if I wouldn't have hit the deer and it wouldn't have been setting even lower where it was fucked up, I'm gonna have to replace the whole fucking bumper essentially. And I'll probably have to replace the hood latch.
Well, I remember when you popped your tire pulling somewhere out by the Burger King, and I came to help you out because you didn't have a jack in your car. I brought 2, and that one wouldn't go under it.
Yeah, that was a different one.
That was your old Mustang,
yeah. It did say at the GT. That one was weird because it wasn't necessarily that it set lower. It had that body kit on it.
So the panel.
The
panel
set
lower.
Yeah,
that's what it was. But I couldn't roll the.
I love that one though. That one I got now. That 6-cylinder one. That's my favorite one I've owned. I think that or the maroon one I had.
I love a quick 6-cylinder, dude. You know what I mean?
It is, dude. It'll go.
It'll fast 6-cylinder is fun as fuck.
Yep.
Especially a manual.
I mean, 305 horsepower stock. What's wrong with that?
That's
dude?
More than my truck has. I think my truck has like 300, maybe 285.
Yeah, it's not.
Actually, it might be less than that. Let's see how much horsepower the Colorado.
Because I think when I got
much.
That GT I had before this one stock, I think was like 315, and I think this one's 300. So pretty similar. Yeah.
It's about the same as the truck, and the truck is a much heavier vehicle.
Right.
Can't beat that, dude.
Anything else you want to say, man?
Well, man, Happy New Year.
We went and did a little stand-up tonight. That was fun.
Had a good mic tonight, man. I'm really getting a set together. We're shooting for maybe getting on a couple festivals this year. Little 10-minute sets. Goal by the end of the year is to have at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's my goal for the end of the year. I'm,
definitely positive.
Not trying to fucking tape a special or nothing, but I feel like if I have 30 minutes, I could start getting on shows and festivals, different shit like that.
It's going to be a good year for us, buddy. I'm excited.
It's going to be a good year, dude. Put me in a blimp and drive me over the Super Bowl, because it's going to be a good year.
I like that, man.
All right.
We love a real tire, everybody.
Yep.
Love y'all. Bye.